I got a question for Daniel, just to be fair and bring some type of unbiased views. So obviously the three of us are center conservatives. So what would you classify yourself as? And give us some of your thoughts on your views.
Um, Probably I'd be labeled um liberal because I want to feed these kids,
Right.
but I'm not wackadoo. Everything's free in life. I think we spend money in ways we shouldn't when we should be spending money as a country in ways that we should. What we got
Okay.
here?
Oh, studs. Go ahead, keep talking, keep talking.
Um,
Love me some
Definitely a fan
studs.
of JFK, and I just feel everybody should be working if you can.
Mm,
Um, I understand some people need help. I'm not opposed to helping people who are trying to use the help to better themselves, but
right.
I don't want to hand out all the damn day because
Right.
not no one needs a handout. Do your shit, but I don't mind helping folks. Um, I will never pick a party. They're both fucked. They both play games. They want
Yeah.
people to be pivoted against each other instead of coming together. Um, we all need each other in certain ways. That's what America is, and without each other, it's just gonna fall apart. And I love this country for its blemishes, for its greatness. But
Yes.
if we don't fight for it in every which way, it's not gonna last. Whether that's through them fucking our money, fucking our morals, whole other shit. But we definitely need each other. I would say I'm a centrist, but I definitely lean to help folks.
And
Respectable.
can
I
I say
agree.
something on that? Yeah, 100%. I'm all about helping people and all that stuff. So I don't know why you say you're a liberal because it seems like you kind of believe everything that we, at least that I believe. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about. I love this country. I love this. I love the United States. Like I don't think there's a other country that's better than this. I mean, I served for it. You know what I'm saying? And like when they were doing the whole thing with the flag, you know what I'm saying? It did bother me because I know that I fought for the flag. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the flag, the the meaning behind it, the symbolism behind it. You know what I'm saying? But I also do understand that everyone got freedom and to do whatever they want. So when it comes to like helping people, yes, all those programs that are there, they're great. I'll give you an example. And like I always talk kind of personal. I go to my story because like I don't want people to think that I'm just pulling shit out of my ass. Pause. But look, my the mother of my daughter, the youngest one, she's a hard worker. She's doing all the right stuff, and she can't get help. You know what I'm saying? Because they're saying you make too much, and she's making bare minimum. But then
Hmm.
you have her sister that ain't doing shit. I should have never said that because if this go viral. But anyway, she got other people that are doing they ain't doing shit and they're getting all the help. That's the problem that I have. When the systems are great, but they're being abused. And the left, you know what I'm saying, I feel are pushing and want to keep people in that box. Where the right is like, yo, go prosper, go be great. You know what I'm saying? Go be great. And the more money you have, the less you gotta pay. Is that okay? I think it's okay to an extent, and I guess that's where we disagree. You know what I'm
What?
saying? To an extent, I think it's okay to an extent, but it's like I was telling somebody, matter of fact, I was telling the Dole this. I was like, because he was like, there shouldn't be no billionaires. I'm like, billionaires, like those are just numbers. There shouldn't be no millionaires. But my thing is, instead of taxing the rich, right, the rich so high, why not tax everybody the same? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a percentage, right? So if let's say 15% on taxes on everybody, if you make low income, you're going to be paying a little bit. If you in the mid, you pay middle. If you rich, 15% is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So why not do that instead of saying let's tax the shit out of the rich, and then do whatever with the rest. Because I heard at some point rich people millionaires used to get taxed at 99%, like back in the days. That's what I heard. So whatever, and that's what they want to do now. But I don't agree with that.
No, I'm not mad for people making money. My thought process is like wins enough. Because like one thing that just pisses me off is like so and so company last year made a profit of $1 billion, but this year they didn't, and they're considered a failure. Like that just doesn't make sense to me. Like because we didn't make exactly what we did or more, we're a failure. And I feel businesses have so many loopholes to not pay taxes. Like if there was, like you said, a straight flat 15 and there was no extra loopholes because hey, we have a deal here. But there's so many back doors, and that's both parties. That's Republicans, Democrats getting paid by whoever these lobbies are, whoever is using their influence on these politicians to say, hey, send jobs overseas. Clinton sent jobs in the 90s everywhere else. Bush did all like every president has obviously showed us that they don't give a shit about us. Like in my personal opinion, and I was born in 84, so I didn't even get to live during these presidents. Kennedy and Carter were the last two presidents that gave a shit about the people. Rather than that, it's been big business, families making money, and all of us kind of getting fucked.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Hold on one sec. Before we go back to David, George, what do you have to say? And we're gonna go back to David because there is a portion that Daniel wasn't agreeing with you, and I think it was about taxes. But George, what's your thoughts?
So truthfully, with this whole, I speak very big on being a conservative and all that. But recently with this whole Bad Bunny shit, it's like it gotten too far. Like a lot of the true colors are coming out. But I don't know. I told my wife yesterday, it's like, when did America become that you're supposed to be white, blonde, and blue-eyed? And if you're anything else, you're not really American. When did that start? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
That's like
it's like, and like
yeah.
also, I feel like that whole Turning Point bullshit halftime show they did, that shit, it was fucking horrible.
I'm in the minority here.
It was like what, why is that American? Since when that been American? You know what I'm saying? Like, America was built on different races, different cultures. So all of a sudden that's American and Bad Bunny is not, because he don't speak English. But since the beginning of God knows when, America, yes, the main language was always English, but the second very close to was always, it was Spanish. So this whole Bad Bunny thing made me like really open my eyes. And like, I supported Trump. I hated Trump for his first term, and I supported him now because I started becoming an adult and started saying a lot of bullshit. But now with this whole Bad Bunny thing and race, and it could have been any other race, it could have been anything. It could have been a Russian speaker up there, and then they would have done the same thing. I would have said the same exact shit. Like, when did being American, you have to be blonde hair, blue eyed, white, singing country music, singing about "I want my beer"? When did that become American? Like, and like you say,
my boots.
Yo,
and
so
it's kind of
obviously,
towards it, like, and I'm not trying to say nothing racist at the end of the day, but I mean, if that's what y'all want to do, then we could go there with it, like. But I'm not like I'm not racist at all. I love all some races get me on my nerves, with certain things. But I love all races. But it's just that's just a question that popped in my head the other day. Like, when did that become a criteria to be an American? And if you're not this, you're not really American, then.
Well, I can answer that.
So the whole Republican stuff is like, it's starting like, I don't know, man. I like Daniel says, he sees himself as this, but then he sees some value in the other party. And I think I'm going the same way. Like, there's some things that I really, really would support, conservative Republicans and all that. But then there's some things that I look at the Democrat Party and be like, and Liberal Party, I'm like, you know what? But they're right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting to the point that I might just be in the middle somewhere, and I'm just gonna go for what I feel is right. If you're doing something right, boom. It's like saying, if my mom's getting into a fight and my mom's fucking wrong, she started this shit, I'm gonna defend her, but I'm gonna be like, Mom, what the fuck were you doing? You were wrong. You're 100% wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
That's-
that's basically where I'm at. I'm going to defend whoever's right in whatever situation is coming up at that time. That's just me now.
Daniel, and then we're gonna jump to David.
You can go, David.
So,
All
like, what do you got to say about that, D? Especially about the part where it seems like they're trying to turn America back, blonde hair and blue eye.
Who you asking?
You, David.
Oh wait, so the
You
whole
in the
thing
land. You in Nashville.
wait, so I want to correct something, right?
Uh-oh.
America is not blue eyes, blonde hair.
Here
The
we go.
United States is. America is this group right here. This is America. You know what I'm saying? You listen to some, like, you know, the Asians and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is America, right? I mean, yeah, this is America. United Statians might be blue eyes or red hair, like Danny over there. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. You know what I'm saying? And there is a difference. You know, like I think that, you know, the US of A is very good in selling an image, and they sold the image that they are America. You know what I'm saying? That they are Americans. That if you live in the United States, you are an American. But a person that lives in the United States is a United Statian. How is it that the only country in the whole continent that does not use the country they are from as identifying themselves is the United States? If you go anywhere else, Canadians are Canadian. I mean, Canada are Canadians. Mexico is Mexicans. You know, Dominican Republic is Dominicans. You know what I'm saying? But United people in the United States are American, so they're the whole continent. And Akon said that once when he was talking about Africa, how we view Africa. That when we view Africa, we see it as a poor continent and stuff like that, and that's because the United States made that look like that. Every time they show an image of Africa, it was kids skinny with mosquito and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, we are a rich continent. That's why they all want to come here. So that's the first thing. United States, maybe those are white. There's a lot of white people there, but that's not true. We know that, right? America is this panel right here, plus more. So that's what I think. I think that once they understand that, they were like, okay, well, I understand the message that Bad Bunny was saying. You know, we are all Americans. As far as the what was the other stuff that you asked Jerome about the taxes that
Yeah.
me and Daniel disagree? Well, with that, I just want to say, like, it's not that we disagree, because when I said one flat tax for everybody, he agreed with it, and I believe that, because, like, my thing is that if you worked hard, an idea or whatever, because when I was having this discussion with somebody else, they were telling me, well, when you making billions, you're not working no more, but it was your idea. So at some point, the Amazon dude, you know what I'm saying? At some point, he was breaking his ass out of his garage. Now that the company took off, yeah, he doesn't do as much, but it was his idea. So if he becomes a trillionaire,
Agree with
that's
that.
fine. I have no problem with that, because what about if this podcast that we all do and goes viral, and we make like Turning Point, and we make millions and billions of dollars? So now we got to stop making money? Nah. Now I believe a straight tax, and everybody pays it. Like Daniel said, no loopholes, which loopholes kind of do benefit, because I've used the loopholes. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to taxes. But you know what I'm saying, just everybody pays their share fair. And that's all I got to say about that. Because I want to drink my beer and have my boots and feed my dogs.
Cold beer on a Friday night. Obviously, Daniel, I spent too much time in Wichita. It influenced me. Pair of jeans that fit just right.
Well, so real quick, what do you think about the tax stuff, though?
Less taxes, much less taxes. Out the mud, get it out the mud. Pull yourself out by your bootstraps. Damn, YouTube might flag me for that.
Nah, hell no. You talking truth. You talking truth.
Less
I
taxes.
mean, but at the end of the day, it's the truth, though.
I think taxes
it is what it is.
sham. Taxes are a sham. I don't like it. I was watching a video this morning about a lawyer, not a public. He's not a public defender. He was a lawyer who makes $26,000 a month, and he went over the amount of taxes. Like his take home is like just under $8,000, and he literally makes $26,000 a month. Regular W-2 like us, taxes, federal, all that, medical. I was like, yo, I'm not big on taxes. I don't want to sound, and me and Daniel just kind of touched on this a couple of days ago. I don't want to sound unsympathetic, but we from the gutter, man. We grew up around the rats. We grew up in the roaches and rats. We grew up. George, you saw the trash out in the back of our building, and now I'm staring at like a preserve out my window, working every day. It's like, yo, you gotta go after it, David. You pulled yourself up from the third world, and you served a first world country. I mean, Daniel, like, beautiful wife, beautiful kids. Like Daniel, you're the epitome of the American dream. Do you have a dog?
I got a cat who acts like a dog. He will attack your ass.
So it's like I really try, I try not to sound like an elitist or unsympathetic, but given from where we come from, everything that we had to go through to get to where we are now. Go ahead, George.
So do you think our taxes are really being put back into the country? Or do you feel like a lot of that money is being put into the pocket?
Let me say something about this.
Hold on. Let me give you some numbers. So 2024, the government collected anything between 4.9 trillion to 5.07 trillion dollars.
Gracious.
There's no way in the fucking world that all that money went back into the economy, into the country.
Hell no.
So no.
I'm gonna tell you, me and Daniel know where it went to.
How many times has the Pentagon failed audits?
Hold on. What happened, Dave?
I said me and Daniel know where half of the money went.
Daniel, go ahead.
Jerome doesn't want to talk about it, so we're not going to talk about it. But me and him know.
Don't say that.
What?
No. We're not getting. I won't get nobody flagged. But I will say this: public record shows that the Pentagon has lost trillions that they cannot account for multiple times. Sometimes when they lose that money, catastrophic stuff happens after, so you kind of look the other way. But there's a lot of money there. I don't know if I know this correctly or not, but I don't even think our taxes, like when they take them from us, even when they do, like they actually doesn't go back to it, because I think everything is like paid on bonds or something actually. So they literally just take our taxes and kind of use them for whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, we know where a lot of that money went to. Just to be real.
The guy,
and like they usually give it in like 3.6 billion.
I just want to be real.
The people that killed this guy, those people.
Look, I am is real, so you don't say so. I'm a real dude. I'm gonna tell you straight up where that money went to. I'm a real guy. So
way to go, Jackie. Way to go.
Hey, Jerome gets mad with that, man. Jerome, I think it's getting paid by them,
I don't pay attention to that whole situation. Like I said, that whole situation I really don't pay attention to.
He's gonna call, man. Then he's gonna call.
But when it comes to where the money's going, that's when I really get involved. I start thinking like, nah, this is our money. We got motherfuckers here, struggling, living in the streets, don't have a place to live. We're fucking paying all this money on interest rate for the housing. I mean, all kinds of shit. But then y'all sending free money to another country and help them out when that money could have been used here for so many reasons, for so many things. Nah, I don't. That just don't sit right.
And honestly, if our people are doing good and we're prospering on another level and another country needs some help, I'm not opposed to helping folks out. But we get, like you said, we got people living in the street. We got people who are mentally need to be helped living on the streets. Like there, it seems like there's a lot of problems that could be fixed easily, but they act like they just can't fix them. But you can, you just don't want to.
Right? No,
that's exactly.
It's all about. To me, it's all about America first, bro. America first. That's it. Once we get our home right, then we could help others. And something I was going to say, right? I made a video right there, right? Not that one, but I made a video called free healthcare or something like that. Something about the healthcare. Because Prince, y'all know Prince, he talked about how about we take money? Because this is what tax is supposed to be. If taxes are used for what it's supposed to be used for, and we could see it, like, upgrading the roads, airports, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Then we wouldn't have no problems paying it. But we're not seeing any upgrades. We're not seeing nothing good. So with the healthcare problem, right? If they make a tax, let's say a tax that's just for healthcare, so everybody could get free healthcare, and they were like, look, this money that we're taking, let's say $25 a paycheck a month, right? This $25 that we're taking from everybody is going to this pot of money for free healthcare for all Americans. You know what I'm saying? All Americans, United Statesians, but citizens of the United States, you know what I'm saying, is going to them. Then I wouldn't have no shit. Take 100. You know what I'm saying? But when they put all these taxes and all together, and they're like, yeah, we're using the taxes for good things. What good things? What? How are groceries going up and all that? Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. But if we could see the result of our taxes, then nobody would be complaining. But the reason why we don't see it is because it's being pocket. It's being pocket. That's it.
I mean, so they sent about $4 billion to over there. And
Yeah.
you know what $4 billion you could do for this country? Like, you could literally, everybody, let me tell you, if you give me free healthcare and you give me free food, I'm good. The rest of the money, I don't give a fuck what you do with it. But here I am. I applied to welfare just to fuck around a couple of years ago, and they told me I make too much money. I work for a living. You know what I'm saying? My taxes that I pay, a lot of taxes that come out my fucking check every couple of weeks, goes to this stuff. And you gonna tell me I can't eat free? But then I go to Walmart and on the 5th and on the 20th, and I see somebody with a fucking cart full of fucking food, and I know damn well that motherfucker haven't worked the whole year, probably. Never had a fucking steady job in the past few months, or maybe the whole year, or maybe even longer than that. And then they go into to their apartment that they probably pay like $25 a month for. How's that fucking fair? They don't pay obviously they don't pay no fucking taxes out they check. They don't work, so they're not getting no taxes out they check. They're not filing income taxes every fucking February or March. But how's their fucking basket free? I mean, full. I see some good fucking snacks. I'm hungry too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to walk by the aisle and just start, just going like this. I don't need that, but fuck it, it's free. You know what I'm saying? I want to do that shit too.
Yeah.
How is it fair that I'm the one paying taxes, but I gotta? Nah, baby, nah. I you gotta put that back. No, sorry. No, that's some bullshit, man. So just give me free Medicare and free food stamps, and I'm good.
I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of the companies would pay their fair share in taxes too. I know flat tax, but right now we don't have that. So pay your fair share. Like, certain people make billions and don't literally pay a dime in taxes because of those loopholes. Like, if they were getting taxed, when JFK was taxing people at whatever back in the 50s, 60s and the 50s, when they were before JFK, America was prospering. Now, true, the elite, the people making all the stuff were paying more at the top, but you had more. So since you getting more, you should maybe have to pay a little bit more. Like, again, I'm not opposed to you making money, but you shouldn't be breaking people's backs, breaking unions, breaking pensions, all that shit. Because these corporations do everybody dirty now. They don't give a shit about nobody. And I understand they don't really got to, but you want me to come in and give time of my life every day and be away from my family, or if I don't have a family, just be here. You're going to have to make it worth my while. It used to be worth people's while, and you used to be able to prosper. The reason a lot of food and shit has gone up is because whoever you want to say is doing it, systematically they've taken out all of the mom and pop farmers. Everything is slowly getting owned by huge corporations where they can corner the market and be like, well, we make this shit, so we can set the fucking price now.
That's funny because that's what Prince be talking about. Prince be talking about that shit.
So, but let me tell you, the narrative of this country has changed in the past 50 years, man. The phrase "this country was built on our backs," talking about middle class, hard labor, working with our hands. That's changed completely. Now, yes, there's this country is still being built on our backs, but it's not the same meaning. Now is not through our hands, but through our pockets, because we're paying for everything. We're busting our fucking ass, working and going to work every fucking day, working 8, 12, 10 hours, 15 hours, 16-hour days, most people, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, paying all these taxes, and we can't get nothing for free. So that whole meaning of this country was built on our backs is changed completely. It went from physical hard labor to now it's just they robbing us in our paychecks every fucking week. So it's just disgusting, man.
Yeah,
That shit hurts the fuck out of me every time I go.
that's how these politicians are getting paid. They're getting paid from our taxes. That money's not going to anything good. It's not. Like that's just being washed. They're the biggest mafia, man. They washing shit. Like how do you lose trillions of billions of dollars from the Pentagon? Like how is that even possible?
That's not, they know where that money's at.
Same way they lost the moon landing footage.